So one of the biggest problems is men and women don't even know how they really respond to each other. If you're in a heterosexual world per se, and some of you are starting to go gay because you're having dating issues, you're not feeling it anymore for the opposite sex or something. Maybe you're getting disillusioned about having children in the marriage or something like that too. I understand, right? It's not easy dating either with women. It might be more easier with men, right? Or women do, right? But let's not throw the water out the bucket yet. You know what I mean? Don't totally give up, everybody. Everybody. The main problem is communications about how our bodies function differently. The male is the inseminator, right? Now, like with flowers, which is kind of hermaphroditic, the flower contains parts of the male and female of the flower. When the pollen, gets on the right part of the flower, it burrows into that part of the flower, kind of like the sperm does with the egg, right? So a lot of people don't really understand reproduction in the first place, right? How it works. But like I'm telling Maribel, when pregnancy occurs, there's usually reasons. One of them could be sabotage of your birth control pills. One of them could be there's something wrong with the formula from the company. Another one could be you develop a tolerance to the birth control pills and don't know it because, you're having a lot of sex with someone. And then you meet someone else and you think the baby's theirs. I don't disagree. That's part of what happened, right? Do you? I can't say I know I got you pregnant of 100%, right? That's all though, right? They say 50-50. And I'm trying to support you whether Pat is mine or not, too. The way you're treating me, I'm not sure he's not Bart's or Steve's or even Miles's, but I'm messing with you about that you wouldn't know if he was Miles's. Alright? Now, you also have to understand why I'm explaining to you my mental illness. See, my mental illness is fasting, stress, maybe sleep deprivation, to where I started hearing voices in 93, where I did not hear it before. Now, I'm not trying to diagnose myself. I'm not a psychiatrist. I know that, right? But whatever mental illness I have, I'm able to behave more normally, and even you would agree with that. While we're dating, I didn't really do anything too outlandish. Maybe I wanted you to be with me more and really get to know me more, so what happened in the end wouldn't have happened, right? I'm just thinking you want somebody else, maybe even Scott, more than me. Maybe someone down the road. Maybe you have an ideal male and you want someone blonde with blue eyes. I don't know. But it don't bother me. What bothers me is how you're dealing with Patrick, right? That's the real problem there, right? You're trying to totally shut me out. If we had sex in September and you're only with me, right? You don't pretend you weren't. When the birth weight kind of leads to that path. Then I'm just thinking, well, not only was she using me for sex, she's denying if she could even have a child with me. I can't do nothing about that. Let you deny it, right? And what's Scott going to do if he figures it out and yet you're still delusional about it in a way? I don't mean to put you down and say you don't have a brain, but that means you're kind of more angry with me than, you're letting me know if I got you pregnant somehow, right? Don't matter how. Either. If you got pregnant the last time we were together, though, something messed up and you're playing like I'm lying to you about it when I ain't got time to lie to you about it. I'm just trying to care. You don't care, I guess. No. M6 or whatever you want to call yourself. Like I don't know it's an ex who didn't really love me anyway. That's the whole point to the problem. When you finally got pregnant around the last time we were together, how you want me to word it? Gotta word it that way though, because it wasn't Scott's, and unless you're being given superhuman growth hormone or something. I'm sure Scott's trying to tell you that too, right? And explain it to you too. The babies for the first 6 months they go for little conception things all the way up to about 7.5 pounds or 7.8 depending on your scale. One's a metric, one's, well, metric would be a little bit different too, but one is smaller increments than the other. That's kind of why America still uses gallons for gas and not liters for gas too. Like I keep telling the people at the pharmacy tech thing. You get more with pounds and ounces than you get with liters. So in some ways, it's more beneficial if you're going for larger scales, right? See, a scale is a balance and how you balance things out. Right. Well, if you're giving me milliliters, I don't want no damn milliliter of milk. Fuck that. Excuse my French. If you know what I mean, forget that. But that's kind of what the word can mean. Some words are, in your mind, slang words, but they still make a point, right? Even if someone says the MF word, they're making a point, right? I heard Starships yesterday by Nicki Minaj. But anyway. But dating's hard, I don't know, for anybody. They're down for what? Anyway. I'm just playing. I don't know if I'm more interested than Pete Ariana, but you can't come down to Georgia and even mess with me. Might not remember. And I don't think it'll be because of you, though. Just saying. Women aren't really like that. But Pete, I don't know. I hope this is just, like I said, another fantasy type thing. I can't say it is, I can't say it ain't. But you do know that, right? You have all the power, Pete too, and not me. All I'm saying, right? I've kind of been hiding. Some people wonder, well, did you get pregnant by somebody? Think you're trying to hide that? Beef up with the birth control pills? Kind of what it sounds like. Trust me, I've been through that before. Maybe. Something's wrong. Something's off. Someone's a little bit delusional and trying to use a disability that's work related and kind of different. Like I told you, I did not grow up telling my mom they were aliens in the backyard and telling her come and see. That's the point, right? I didn't go around telling people imaginary stories, right? That only I saw or heard. Right? I was a normally developing child until 23 when the shitmates messed with my new girlfriend Sheena and I didn't know what to do about it. Right? Kind of flipped out on them, not her. Right? Because guess who's the only one who can interfere? She's writing me on the ship, Sheena. The shipmates. And most men, like I told you before, if they're writing written letters, stick to that. That means they're not a good typist to begin with. And Maybe their handwriting ain't that great either, Sheena. Was it just easier to read the typed letters? There were no mistakes? If it's a typewriter too? I ain't write those letters. I didn't write those damn letters. That's all I can tell you. I know better. I know better. But anyway. When you're dealing with people, though, who know more than you cannot even make a dent in them. All I know, hey, I'm just trying to be your friend right now. I just don't want to freak you out and you think I'm in love with you or something. That's why when, I said, I like you, but I'm not in love with you, that's what I mean. I do like you as a friend, but I'm not in love with you yet now. I didn't mean that to hurt you if it did, right? And I was just joking there too, right? I do love you as kind of a friend type thing, but I know your age and my age, right? So I'm the one trying to back off, right? So it does look like you have a little bruise or something, right? I know what acne looks like. Did someone hit you or something? That ain't good. That ain't good. I'm just trying to make sure you're okay. I don't really. I don't think you went to the mall to meet me. I think you were trying to run away before I saw you, right? But you know you didn't need to do that. Too. So you look good. I mean, except for the little red mark on your face. But I didn't want to say nothing. Or did he get you pregnant and now you're having problems? I know. Now you're kind of realizing you fucked up with me too, right? You picked the wrong guy. You picked the wrong guy. World story, right? Well, people usually do. They think they know better, right? When they don't. You get negative advice about me too, right? And you think I'm trying to fuck you. I'm just trying to be your friend, meet you. Meeting you don't always end the sex. But he took advantage of you, sure, but you let him? I mean, come on. People use you, honey. I'm just trying to help not just you, but everybody realize men, they're a bit conniving, right? And like I said, I prefer the totally gay men over the positive gay men. There's a difference. When they're out, they're happy with themselves. Problem is with the closeted gay men. They'll even take a wife and suck her and then want another man on the side, right? That's what you need to watch out for. Now, see, if you get in a relationship with one of them and you're a guy, they ain't gonna want someone acting like a wife. No, they just want sex with you. What I mean. And that's what I'm trying to tell Mary Bell too, right? I know it all. I've been through it all. I've been dealing with it all. Since I hit puberty. Maybe a little bit before on the school bus even. They're trying to make me gay, right? And I ain't having it. I ain't feeling it. I understand the point, right? You gotta feel gay. I don't feel gay. I don't mind you if you do and you're honest about it, but I don't. And see, sometimes they just label people automatically if you fit their stereotype of a gay person too. Right? Right. Though you do know the joke of the flight attendant who's a male, but he has a pretty wife at home or something, right? You just don't know, right? But like I said, a lot of it is stereotypical behavior. I bet a lot of people from Christy Knows Best stereotypes the man, right? Even though he has a wife and a couple of kids, right? He just kind of has that high nasally pitched voice, so you automatically assume that, I guess, right? But it don't mean, okay, you're not pushing him in that direction either. It's like with Ray Chance. They knew he was gay, and, you know, the women don't date you. The men, Peggy is gay. Where you gonna get the sex? Other men. Other men. That too. That too. I was attracted to women. Come on. That's what I mean. I can attract a woman. Keeping the woman is the problem. But like I told you, you can't come to somebody's house late at night. That's a booty call. And you got a boyfriend? If I pop your cherry, he gonna be mad. Yeah, he is. And he gonna take it out on me, not you. But he'll also take it out on you eventually too, Megan. If he knows it's not his. Not saying it's not mine, I'm saying I don't even remember the encounter. Because I would have to go to your house late at night. Now I know you got a car, right? Right. I saw you at the mall, unless he brought you by and you were in the mall and whatever, right? So why are you on a half schedule, right? That you don't usually happen to the 12th grade. Right? You might be in the 11th, but you have a baby at home. I'll believe you. He's the problem. If I don't. Even that, even though. I know you weren't trying to have sex with me. You're trying to find a girlfriend. I guess that's what she would say, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, like I'm telling Maribel, if I got you pregnant, I ain't gonna try to keep you away from me. I don't have a problem with a child, right? But there again, he might be telling her that too, making her think I don't know how to raise a child. I helped raise my sister, man. Please. Even if it's a baby, girl or child, right? A daughter. Mm-hmm. And maybe I am having more girl child children now. I don't know. But you go through a phase sometimes, right? Right. And see, maybe it helps if they're riding me. I don't know. Because it's the fastest sperm. When the male's on top, and here's a theory now. The fastest sperm that gets to the egg with the prize, right? Male or female? Male or female. You got both in your ducts, right? So whichever one gets there first, that one wins. Well, if it's traveling up, maybe the female sperm gets there first, because they're first. If it's going down, gravity takes hold. The male's probably the heaviest of the two sperms too. It gets there first. Missionary Maribel. Missionary Daphne Maribel. Tit. Mm-hmm. Missionary. Anyone else? Boy child. You on top, girl child. And I raised my sister with my mom, right? until I joined the Navy. So I know how to handle a little girl. Please. Now, I keep telling you, it could be Mary Beth, could be Daphne, could be Sheena. I don't know. Right? All three maybe. Over her daughter if she had a daughter with me. You get it? And I don't even know what Maxine even looks like. And that's what I'm warning her about. What do you think you're doing? If Maxine and Amanda start talking about all this too, right? What she's doing, right? But Mary Bell's doing what? Whoever it is, Sheena, right? What they're doing is they're confused about my behavior towards them, right? Because I'm learning things that aren't being taught anymore, technically. That's what it is. They quit teaching it. In the Bible, that's called sealing it. And it's at the back of the book, too. Could that be Revelations itself? Yeah. I'll show you some of it. 10 days, John mentions. We got of tribulation. That's 10,000 years, by the way. A day with the Lord has 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as a day. 10,000 years, 10,000 years. It's also the time when Jesus went into heaven, and they had to figure out how they were going to present his message to the world. Now, that's where we get into a controversy. And I'm sorry, yesterday I said 440. It's 240, Peter. What's going on there? Right. That's still half the number Paul said saw him after the resurrection. Now, unless the Romans targeted anyone saying Jesus was resurrected from the dead, right? How do they know where the other 260 to 360 were? Or 380? I don't know. We don't want to betray each other to Satan, Peter. Admit your sin and move on. Or deny it like Adam did and stay in it. That's the only thing God can do with you. Then I'm worried about Justine too. I miss her. I don't know what's going on with her, but I miss her too. I like their butt. Dude. And her boyfriend wasn't getting it done for her by the time I met her, and that my girlfriend Amanda was having, craziness with freaking Mike. And you don't live in with someone who asks you to move in, and then feel you would trust him if you bring another guy into the scene. Whole point. And see, she messed it up so badly, my mom don't want her around me anymore. I told her that, right? And my sister. I'm the one who easily forgives, by the way. Not them sometimes. That's to protect the innocent sometimes, too. Even Satan knows when you're attacking an innocent person, he needs to do something to fuck your life up. Now, sometimes he does, right? Sometimes he attacks a good person, right? But when he does, he's trying to hone that good person's ability to follow God, right? Baby. That's why I keep telling you. If Megan's on top, right? Girl child. If Megan's not on top, boy child. Michelle, if I'm on top, boy child. Chinatown. Michelle, from Donna's house, boy child. Missionary. Both times. Rose might be a boy child, right? Gina might be a boy child. Please tell her that. But come on, he can't look like the guy at the theater. Kind of looks a little like Miles, but different. And see, you're not supposed to be around your ex and stalk him either, dear. And interfere with his love life. Like, again, the girls don't want him now. When you don't want me anymore, you never really wanted me, you couldn't commit. That's the problem, too. See, if you're believing a bunch of typed letters, you don't know shit about men, do you? We don't switch from writing you handwritten letters to typed letters after a few letters from each other. That's kind of crazy. That's why I didn't know what to tell you or what was going on or why you even broke up with me by the time we got to Sicily and quit writing me, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they were even interfering with your letters to me. I'm trying to tell you something if you were writing you as well. They controlled my mail. Portsmouth Naval Hospital. Captain Gary. Not me. Not you. They gave it to me. They had Sheena's address, but I had it first. You know what I mean? So I'm not writing her anything out the ordinary. Ever. Whole time I'm writing her, even when I'm talking about Paul, I'm talking about that because some people are misinterpreting Paul today. The church he wrote to knew what he meant. You don't. You're not that church anymore. You're Constantine's church. Synagogue of Satan, by the way. Focus on the male only. You read the Bible the wrong way, you might think God's a man. Because it deals mainly with men. We're the problem, fool. We're the ones who got tricked by Satan. More than the woman did. Even if he got her two holes, one's designed to receive a little bit better than the other. The both can receive in a certain part of the body, though it's usually called the bottomless pit, right? Now, I'm not saying this to all gay people, but some gay men are cast into the bottomless pit, Nick. Raise it up a little. Raise your standard, man. Or Priyanka, been married a year, might have to seek help elsewhere. And not even tell your ass, and you get mad with me too. Right, Priyanka? Sorry about that. Top or bottom? Girl or boy? Baby's a baby. But usually, if it's taking more than 3 months, okay, Daphne got pregnant in the first week, right? Maybe the first day, right? The 15th, right? She plopped that shit. Because John was perfect weight, about 7'8", right? 7 pounds 8 ounces, right? Somewhere there, right? But that's why I thought it was more March the following month. But she got pregnant right away. I got confused, right? Hell. Might have been the first come. And yes, it was missionary. I'm trying to help you all. I don't know, man. I told her, Mom, I'm not my ass out. Or shoot me. I'm not John Lennon, dumb enough to say shoot me and get shot later. I know better. People want to shoot you. Bang, bang. She shot me down. Bang, bang. I hit the ground. Bang, bang. My baby shall be down. But I rose again from the dead. Maybe like the Wolverine.